Our involvement started from day one. So we had inspectors up here on the ground, and we went round assessing the houses for the damage, assessed 276 homes, and then categorised them according to the damage that they'd sustained. So that part of it's finished. So the next stage of it has now begun, and our role now is to make sure that the work that's being performed in the area is in accordance with the codes and standards. You heard Brendan say earlier on about Cyclone Tracy that devastated Darwin back in 1974, and since then building codes have been improved quite substantially. And in Queensland, about the early 80s, 82 to 85, thanks for this very much, 82 to 85, we improved a lot of the Australian standards for house construction in particular to the stage of where lots of new requirements for bracing, tie down and so forth were introduced. And that's had a really positive effect. And in fact, our experience is that the inspections we've conducted have identified that the houses built after that time, after that 85 time, have really been able to withstand the winds that were sustained here, and the same thing in Larry and Yassi. The only damage that they really have sustained is through flying debris and falling trees and things like that. So they've been able to perform quite adequately and have been able to withstand those forces. As I said, the homes that we've seen sustain a lot of damage is the homes built before that. And I guess that's one of the challenges that's facing the industry and the community right now. Those homes that are insured, the insurance companies that we've found, and our experience is that they're prepared to restore them to the extent of where they're going to be able to perform a lot better in the future. That doesn't mean that they'll be brought up to the current code, but they'll be able to perform a lot better in future events. And up the back of the room here, we've got a lot of information that we hand out to homeowners and building contractors about how they might be able to achieve those end results. Excuse me, I better have one. Thank you, that's a bit better. So we're here and out and about in the community, and right now our focus is really on ensuring that there is a realistic expectation from the parties. So we're looking at ensuring that they have contracts in place for the homeowner and builder, and we've got free contracts available to the community. And those contracts are intended to ensure that the agreement between the parties set down the expectations between the parties. More often than not, the experience that we have is that disputation arises as a result of the parties not having that clear expectation available to them. So we want to make sure that's the case. Second thing is that in Queensland, all building is insured for 6 years and 3 months after the date of completion of the building work. So therefore, we want to make sure that the community, the homeowners, are protected by the insurance scheme that's in place, just in case defects or problems arise with the construction that's been performed on their home as a result of the restoration. And the third thing we want to make sure we do is to ensure that the work is performed by licensed contractors. More often than not, the work performed by unlicensed contractors is not up to the standard that's necessary for them to withstand those loads. Their skills, for example, haven't been assessed, whereas a licensed contractor, you've got at least a comfort that the skills and knowledge and experience and qualifications have been objectively assessed, and therefore they're able to perform the task that is allotted to them. So they're the things that we're really looking for now. In this next phase, over the next week or two, the other problem that we encounter with these things is that very often, the caravans start to roll into town, and guys set themselves up in the local park in a tent, and go out and ply their wares to try to get some work out of the cyclone-affected community. And they're the guys that we really need to look out for, and it's quite common. It's certainly happened with all other natural events that we've been involved in. So we want to make sure that we try to capture those and see if we can't do something to prevent them from hurting the community by performing inadequate work. So we're out and about, and we're very active in the community, and we're trying to ensure that we're able to bring about some positive results for the community, and I think we've certainly achieved that, and we'll continue to do so. very happy to answer any questions at the end of the night, Louise, but thank you very much.